Hey there, Isorb here. So I just wanted to take a minute to talk to you guys because I went to the Halo Outpost Discovery event that took place this weekend, and well, I just wanted to give you my thoughts. So right off the bat, I went on Friday because I wanted to avoid some of the lines and maybe maximize my chances of getting some of the stuff that I wanted. Um, I'll just go ahead and get the swag out of the way right now. Um, they had Funko Pops. These were the ones that I saw out. Um, I didn't see any of these ones on the back. I don't know if they're rarer. Come on, focus. No focus. All right, fine. But yeah, the Golden Master Chief with Cortana was the one that I saw. They had the most of these. I kind of wanted to buy the full set, but also they were limiting people to just two per day. So I'm guessing these things are getting resold online. um, the other thing that they give you for free, the Funko Pop wasn't free, but the thing that they give you for free with your ticket is this sweet dog tag. Just got the UNSC logo on it, the Halo Outpost Discovery Philadelphia stamp on the back. And you probably noticed what I'm wearing. Maybe you haven't, but it's a really nice Spartans Never Die shirt. It's got the Outpost Discovery logo on it and the location where it was. But some of the other freebies that they had, these dog tags, you could get them at like I think every event or every thing that was in there. And they had quite a bit of things to do. So we'll go ahead and start with possibly my favorite thing that was there, which was the VR training grounds. This was real life Halo. Now, that's not to say that the other thing they had there, which we'll get to in a minute, wasn't any less real life Halo, but this was a VR Halo experience that was custom built for this space, the amount of space that they had. The combat arena takes place on Valhalla, but it's on a platform that changes over the course of the round. I think it's 3 minutes, no kill limit, and it's just most kills wins the game. It was 3v3. It was very fast paced. You only had energy pistols, and it was pretty straightforward. But it was awesome because it was entirely VR. You could move around in the space in real time. Like you didn't have to, use the circle pad or the thumbstick on a controller to move. You could just walk, which was great. Now I do a lot of VR, so when I put that on, I immediately knew, what I was capable of doing in VR, and I think that may have given me a little bit of an advantage because I top fragged on my team, and I had the highest frags in that round. We didn't win because we also had the highest deaths in the round from one of the people that was on our team. I think he had something like 7 or 8 deaths and 2 kills. So that was a bit of a bummer. But yeah, that was an awesome experience. I hope they release that for free, or not for free, for real. I would gladly pay for that. I really hope that game mode comes out. I don't know if they can do it without having everybody in the same space. I think that kind of only works as an event type game, but I would be interested in seeing them release it on Steam or the Oculus store or wherever, because it was really cool. It was my favorite thing of the event, without a doubt. The second favorite thing that I saw there was Halo Reach. Which, I know that's weird to say that I went to a show that had, full scale real life built things where you can experience Halo, and one of my favorite things is I sat at a computer and played Reach in 4K, but man, Reach is so good. Like, I'm gonna throw some video up on the screen so you guys can see what I was playing, but man, Reach is so good. I can't wait for that to come out. I really can't wait for that to come out to the Master Chief Collection. I'm not even sure. I might play it on my Xbox One X but it played super well on PC, and I'm super excited for that to come out because it's just, whew, Halo Reach, man, so good. They also had a full-scale laser tag arena. It was, I believe, that the area that they had set up was based off of one of the maps, but I couldn't tell. It just looked like laser tag to me. But all the guns were super cool. The guns kind of looked like the battle rifle. They all made the correct sounds. They vibrated. Your headband that you wore, it beeped, like the shield beep when you take damage, and it made the noise that the Spartans make in the multiplayer when they die. And it had multiple sound effects too, so it wasn't just like the same over and over again. It was super neat. But it was just laser tag, really. It wasn't anything more than that. I do got to give some props to the staff there that was giving everybody the run through on what you can and can't do. I gave them kind of a dumb joke, and the guy totally took it and ran with it. After he had given us the ground rules, I raised my hand and said, "Hey, can I melee some people?" And he said, "I'm not saying you can't, but I am saying it's a felony, so maybe don't." So I thought that was pretty cool. After we did that, we went ahead and grabbed some grub. It's standard fare stuff, or expo stuff. If you've been to one expo, you've been to them all, you know what to expect. Although there was a strangely out of place section of the expo where they just had kind of like vendors, and they had like a jerky vendor and like a Wild Bill's vendor. I'm like, this is sort of out of place, but I really appreciated it because let me tell you something. The queue lines for all of this stuff that I'm talking about were insane. It was almost an hour and a half wait for the VR. By the time we got into it, me and my buddy Dan that was with me, we like could barely walk because we were standing for so long. Like our legs were on fire. The laser tag was a little bit better. Laser tag was a good 30-40 minute wait. But and it moved fast because it was 30 players. So, huge amounts of people are coming in and out. You could probably do the laser tag multiple times in a day, assuming the queue lines aren't too bad. I didn't go on Saturday, so I don't know what the lines looked like then. But on Friday, the VR was almost undoable because it's 3v3. They only have 2 stations. Takes a ton to set up, and they usually bring the groups in. They have 2 full setups per side. So they load everybody up 3v3, and then they load the next group up, have them wait, and then they just cycle them in and out. But it still takes forever. But that doesn't even hold a candle to the queue lines that were at the Covenant Escape and Pelican training. Those 2 events, we couldn't do them. The lines were just too long. Like it was in excess of like a 2-hour wait. The Covenant Escape is exactly what it sounds like. It's an escape room. I'm really bummed I didn't get to try it, but we saw people that had gotten in line like an hour ago. Like we approached it, saw these people in line. They were sitting down. We went and got food, caught some of the panels that were running on the main stage, and then came back. They were still there. They didn't even move. So I think they have some things to work out with the panels, or I'm sorry, with the with some of the queue line stuff, because I gotta tell you, man, that was rough. Even with the guy wandering around selling random beers, which that guy's awesome. I think I have some video of him I'm gonna throw up. This guy, he kept coming back and may have contributed to some people doing poorly in the VR arena because I think some people had a few too many drinks. But even with him wandering around selling stuff to people in the queue lines, it was too much. It was too much. They need to figure that out. The last thing that we saw was this thing called The Ring, which I believe was supposed to be a tour of a Halo installation. You know, a ring. But it didn't really come off that way. I gotta say that for as much secrecy as they have surrounding it, because they wouldn't let you take pictures past a certain point, pictures or video. It's kind of one of the lamer exhibits or experiences. They do have some replicas of some of the stuff, like they have replicas of the ring, not to scale, but they do have like these chunks of the ring taken out that you can see. And they have a little headphone thing that you can wear, and you can listen to somebody talk about it. They do have replicas of like the sentries. But the coolest thing that I saw in this thing was a replica of the Flood. I thought that was amazing to see. Like just the size of this thing. Like, you see it in the game, and it's like a little weeny little cockroach thing. And when you see it in person, the thing's massive. Like. And that was kind of one of the running themes for stuff that you saw built to scale. Was this stuff is huge. The chief is a gigantic person, and you don't really realize that until you see the stuff in real life, like the size of the guns, the size of the guns, the size of some of the gadgets, the Warthog, even the Warthog. You look at the Warthog, that thing is massive. By the way, they had a fully drivable Warthog there. It wasn't driving around, but I believe that it was. I'm pretty sure that's the prop that they trot out every now and again, and that thing is sick. Kind of wish that they would let people sit in it, but I understand why they wouldn't. Yeah, so the ring. To cap it off, they have this video that plays at the end, and I think it's just footage from Halo Infinite. At least it looked that way. I'm not really sure. The quality of the screen wasn't great. It was kind of a dim video, and just maybe skip that one. I've seen people saying skip the target range, but at least that's a thing that you can interact with, get a reward, and do multiple times, because it goes pretty quick. But yeah, I wasn't thrilled with the ring. Aside from seeing scale Guilty Spark and scale Flood, I didn't really think that the ring was awesome. But so we also caught a few panels. We saw some of the Steve Downs and Jen Taylor panel. It was pretty standard. There was pretty standard interview, question answer kind of thing. I think you might be able to watch that on Mixer, actually, because they did have a big Mixer logo in the background. There was gameplay running, tournaments. They had a game show kind of thing towards the end when we were heading out. Game show was neat. And then the only other thing left that they had there that was interactive was the arcade, which was just, they had a whole bunch of the Halo arcade games in there. You could only do one mission at a time, which was kind of a bummer, but if there was no line, they'd let you just keep playing. It's there. Aside from that, this was a cool thing. I was glad I got a chance to go. I had a lot of fun. I'm not sure if I would do it every year, Because what they unless they completely change up the experiences or somehow find a way to make the queue lines less crazy. Like maybe they can bring more of each thing. Because they definitely had the space for it. They were not using all the space in the Philadelphia Convention Center. But I would be interested in seeing them try this with some of their other IP. One of the ones that we were joking about constantly while we were there, Gears. I would love to see them do a Gears Expo. Like, have one of the events be you chainsawing something in half. Hell yeah. But yeah, it was cool. Anyway, so if you like what you see, make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell so you stay notified when I post content. And I'll see you guys on the next one.